Which 2025 pickup truck rules the road? Power-packed electric beasts or old-school V8 bruisers? We rank the top 5 kings of the truck world, from luxury haulers to off-road legends. One dominates in torque, another in tech, but which one wears the crown? Find out before you buy. First, the things we need to know. Pickup trucks were born out of necessity in the early 20th century, evolving from modified passenger cars to dedicated workhorses. Ford's Model T Runabout with pickup body in 1925 is widely considered the first factory-built pickup. Originally designed with farmers and tradesmen in mind, early trucks featured wooden beds and basic cabs. By the 1940s and 50s, pickups gained closed cabs, steel bodies, and growing popularity beyond rural America. In the 1970s and 80s, pickups became more refined, with automatic transmissions, air conditioning, and even extended cabs. The 1990s introduced luxury trims and SUVs influence, leading to the rise of trucks as daily drivers. Today, pickups are high-tech, high-performance machines. Models like the Ford F-150, the Ram 1500, and the Chevy Silverado offer features like hybrid powertrains, touchscreen infotainment, and adaptive suspension. No longer just work tools, pickups now dominate the U.S. auto market and show no signs of slowing down. Everybody got that? Good. Number 5. The Rivian R1T. This is one of the most groundbreaking pickup trucks ever made, and it didn't come from an automotive giant, it came from a startup. Founded in 2009 by MIT grad R.J. Scaringe, Rivian flew under the radar for nearly a decade before revealing the R1T in 2018. At a time when the electric vehicle world was still dominated by sedans and SUVs, the R1T boldly announced that trucks could go electric without sacrificing utility and performance. Production began in late 2021 at Rivian's Normal, Illinois plant, previously owned by Mitsubishi. Initial production was slow due to chip shortages and supply chain chaos, but by mid-2025, Rivian has produced over 90,000 R1Ts. Now, the first few thousand went mostly to early reservation holders and employees, but ramp-up has since improved, with Rivian aiming for over 50,000 units per year going forward. What truly sets the R1T apart from the competition, like the Ford F-150 Lightning or the GMC Hummer EV, is the adventure-first design. It offers up to 835 horsepower and has a sub 3.0 second 0 to 60 time in quad motor trim, but also features unique elements like a gear tunnel, a storage compartment between the cab and the bed, a camp kitchen option, and independent air suspension that can raise the truck nearly 15 inches off the ground. It is a tech nerd's dream and an overlander's fantasy all rolled into one. Now, in real-world use, it holds its own amongst gas and hybrid rivals like the F-150 and the Ram 1500 in towing, up to 11,000 pounds, while offering something they can't: zero tailpipe emissions, instant torque, and a near-silent driving experience. The R1T's most outstanding feature might be its quad-motor drive system, which gives each wheel its own motor, allowing insane torque vectoring and off-road control. You can climb rocks, do tank turns, in theory, or just embarrass sports cars at stoplights. Weird fact, the R1T is so quiet, some owners have reported wild animals walking up to the truck while it's running, including bears. There's even a YouTube video of a moose casually sniffing an idling R1T, apparently confused that something so big made no noise. In short, the Rivian R1T is more than just a truck. It is a redefinition of what a truck can be. Number 4. The Chevrolet Silverado 1500. This has been a cornerstone of American truck culture since its debut in 1999. Though the name Silverado had previously been used as a trim level for the Chevrolet CK series. When GM decided to overhaul its aging truck lineup in the late 90s, the Silverado name was promoted to headline status, kicking off a new generation of full-size pickups aimed squarely at Ford's F-Series dominance. Now, since its launch, Chevrolet has built well over 14 million Silverado 1500s, making it one of the most produced trucks in history. Built primarily at plants in Flint, Michigan and Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Silverado has evolved through 4 generations, with the most recent update arriving in 2022 and receiving continued refinement for the 2025 model year. Notably, in 2004, the Silverado became the first full-size truck to offer hybrid capability, although it was more of a mild hybrid rather than a full electrification effort. In today's highly competitive truck market, the Silverado 1500 sits comfortably among rivals like the Ford F-150, the Ram 1500, and the Toyota Tundra. While Ford tends to lead in sales, the Silverado is a consistent number 2 or 3 in North America. It offers a wide range of trims, from workhorse, WT models to luxury-adjacent high country, and powertrains including a 310 horsepower turbo inline-4, a 355 horsepower V8, a 420 horsepower 6.2-liter V8, and a 3.0-liter Duramax turbo diesel, which has become a standout for its smooth power delivery and its impressive towing capacity of up to 13,300 pounds. Silverado's most outstanding feature is arguably its multi-flex tailgate, a 6-function Swiss Army knife of a tailgate that can act as a step, a load stop, a workstation, or even a makeshift seat. It's a clever response to similar features from GMC's sibling Sierra and shows how GM continues to innovate in small but meaningful ways. Little weird fact, in 2020, a Florida man converted his Silverado into a fully functional pool on wheels by lining the bed with a tarp and filling it with water. While the physics were a little questionable, the internet loved it. It went wildly viral. And it proved that, yeah, you really can turn a Silverado into a mobile pool party. In short, the Silverado 1500 is a symbol of strength, versatility, and decades of loyal fanfare. It may not always be the flashiest truck, but it is one of the most trusted. Number 3. The Toyota Tundra iForce Max. This is Toyota's boldest step into the modern truck world, blending brute strength with hybrid technology. First introduced in 2022 as part of an all-new third-generation Tundra, the iForce Max powertrain was Toyota's answer to the changing truck market, one where fuel economy, torque, and tech mattered just as much as raw displacement. In true Toyota fashion, it didn't follow trends, it set one. The iForce Max combines a twin-turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 engine with an electric motor built directly into the 10-speed automatic transmission. This hybrid setup delivers 437 horsepower and 583 foot-pounds of torque, making it one of the most powerful Tundras ever built, and stronger than many of its V8 rivals. What's even more impressive is how seamlessly the power comes on. You get instant torque from the electric motor at low speeds, and then the turbos spool in to keep the truck pulling hard. Now, since the hybrid Tundra's debut, Toyota's sold over 150,000 iForce Max models in North America, with demand continuing to grow each year, especially in trims like the off-road focused TRD Pro and the luxurious Capstone Edition. Built in San Antonio, Texas, the Tundra is a uniquely American product with Japanese engineering DNA and a reputation for long-term reliability. Compared to competitors like the Ford F-150 Hybrid and Ram's 1500 e-Torque, the iForce Max holds its own. It doesn't top the segment in towing. It maxes out at about 12,000 pounds, but it offers a great blend of muscle and fuel efficiency, averaging about 20 miles per gallon combined, which is really impressive for a full-size truck. And it still delivers in traditional truck values of ruggedness, capability, and longevity. The most outstanding feature of the iForce Max is its integrated hybrid system. Unlike many competitors that simply bolt on an electric motor, Toyota engineered its hybrid directly into the transmission, creating a seamless driving experience without sacrificing towing or payload capacity. Little weird fact, the Toyota Tundra iForce Max doesn't have a traditional starter motor. Instead, it uses the electric motor from the hybrid system to crank the engine. meaning it can sneak up on people in near silence, which has confused more than a few valet attendants and some wildlife alike. In short, the Toyota Tundra iForce Max is the truck for drivers who want instant torque, tech, and Toyota's legendary durability, wrapped in a hybrid package that doesn't feel like a compromise. Number 2. The Ford F-150. This is not just a pickup, it is a cultural icon. First introduced in 1948 as part of Ford's Bonus Built series, the F-Series began as a work truck for post-war America. But it wasn't until 1975 that the F-150 name officially appeared. Introduced to bridge the gap between the lighter F-100 and the heavier-duty F-250. It was a quiet revolution, but it stuck. The F-150 soon became Ford's bestseller and America's most beloved truck. As of 2025, Ford has built over 40 million F-Series trucks, making it the best-selling vehicle in the US for over 40 consecutive years. That number is staggering. Assembly happens at Ford's massive plants in Dearborn, Michigan and Clackamas, Missouri, where trucks roll off the line almost nonstop. Today's F-150 lineup is the most diverse in its history. It offers everything from a reliable 3.3-liter V6 to a powerful 5.0-liter V8, an efficient 3.5-liter Power Boost hybrid, and even an all-electric F-150 Lightning. Towing capacity hits 1,400 pounds and payload tops 3,300 pounds, putting it at the top of the class in both categories. Compared to rivals like the Ram 1500 and the Chevy Silverado 1500, the F-150 stands out with its balance of rugged utility and advanced features, especially in the hybrid and electric variants. Now, the F-150's most outstanding feature is arguably its Pro Power onboard system, a mobile generator that delivers up to 7.2 kilowatts of electricity. Now, that's enough to run a whole job site or power a house during an outage. It's especially useful in the hybrid and Lightning models, and it redefines what utility means in a utility vehicle. Weird fact, in 2021, a Texas family used their F-150 Power Boost hybrid to keep the lights on, the refrigerators running, and the phones charged during a days-long power outage caused by a winter storm. The truck essentially became a backup generator, and the story went viral, making Ford the unexpected hero of the blackout. In short, the F-150 continues to be the benchmark for full-size pickups. It's tough, it's tech-savvy, endlessly customizable, and backed by a legacy no other truck can currently match. So whether you're hauling lumber or hosting a tailgate, the F-150 is built to do it all. And finally, number 1, king of the trucks, the Ram 1500. Ram has grown from humble roots into one of the most refined, capable, full-size pickup trucks on the market. Originally introduced in 1981 under the Dodge brand, the first-generation Ram 1500 was part of a straightforward, work-oriented truck lineup. But things changed dramatically in 1994 when Ram released a boldly redesigned version with a big rig styling and an aggressive upright grille. The design became an instant hit, quadrupling sales almost overnight, and it set a new standard for what trucks could look like. In 2009, Ram split off from Dodge as its own standalone brand under the Fiat Chrysler, now called Stellantis, umbrella. But since then, Ram 1500 has steadily gained ground in the full-size market, and as of 2025, Ram has built over 9 million Ram 1500 trucks. And the model regularly ranks just behind the Ford F-150 in the US truck market. The 2025 Ram 1500 features a major powertrain shift. Goodbye to the iconic Hemi V8, and hello to the new Hurricane twin-turbo inline-6 engine. These new motors produce up to 540 horsepower while improving fuel economy and reducing emissions. The Ram also remains a class leader in ride comfort thanks to its coil spring rear suspension or available air suspension, which delivers a smoother ride than traditional leaf springs found in competitors like the Ford F-150 and the Chevy Silverado 1500. So the Ram 1500's most outstanding feature has to be its luxury interior. especially in trims like the Limited and the Longhorn. With real wood trim, 12 to 14-inch touchscreens, ventilated leather seats, and a digital cockpit, it feels more like a high-end SUV than a pickup truck. Reviewers often describe it as having one of the nicest interiors ever seen in this segment. Weird fact, in 2020, a Ram 1500 was modified by researchers to tow an entire Boeing 727 jet as a PR stunt. While definitely not recommended, the truck's low-end torque and four-wheel drive system were enough to inch the aircraft forward on the runway, earning it a spot in Guinness World Record-related discussions, but not an official entry in the book. Now, in the modern truck market, the Ram 1500 continues to impress by blending power, comfort, and tech. So whether you're towing a trailer, commuting to work, or just enjoying to drive, the Ram 1500 proves the truck can be tough, comfortable, and sophisticated. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope you liked it, but if you loved it or hated it, let me know down in the comments. Do me a favor, watch more of my videos. Now you can even join, help support the channel, get yourself some exclusives, some video shoutouts, and see all video and shorts before everybody else can. Take care, have yourself a great day.